Beyond the Badge beauties. Welcome back to Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. I'm your host, Dalia Veronica. One of the things I love most about this platform is having the opportunity to learn from women who have dedicated their careers to corrections. Every year of service tells a story of perseverance, growth, and leadership. Today, we're sitting down with a veteran correctional professional to talk about her journey, the experiences that shaped her career, and what continues to inspire her after all these years. Thank you for being here, Erica.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just so happy to have you here and just would love to hear about your experience that you had. So before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a mother of four, a wife.
Okay.
I stay busy all the time between work, sports, and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yes. Wow. Okay. So what made you choose corrections as a career?
So being the fact that I was in healthcare for 16 years, with the COVID and everything like that, I kind of got burnt out. I've seen a lot of people pass from COVID and, I just wanted a different atmosphere, a change.
Yes.
I have a lot of family in corrections.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of positive things. And of course, I needed stability.
Yes.
So I needed something where I knew that it was going to pay the bills. I was going to get my hours and stuff like that. I knew I had a clean background. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try corrections.
Yes.
So a lot of people was like, the hardest part was the polygraph, which I passed that with no problems. I don't know. I'm still kind of not understand why people can't pass that, but it was easy for me.
Right.
So, I tried it out and, it was definitely interesting and different from what I'm used to.
Exactly.
Within the past 16 years.
Yes.
So,
yes, absolutely. So, funny thing is, I actually started off in the medical field as well.
Okay.
And I did 16 years too.
Okay.
And, just starting off in the medical field, having that bedside care manner and everything like that, going to, the correctional side, you're still assisting or doing a service,
yes,
of community care or caring, but it's a different type.
Definitely.
It's a different. Yes. So your family, like you have your children.
Yes.
So did you have the support of your family members?
I did, but I didn't. So because my circle is small, my husband works long hours, me working long hours.
Yes.
I do have older kids to younger kids.
Okay.
My son played football, so I wasn't able to make it to some of his games and stuff like that. But I had family that would go, but there's nothing like that motherly support and stuff like that. My little boy, he was missing me all the time. So yeah, it was definitely bittersweet.
Yes. Oh yeah. I missed those times too when they were little. So what has surprised you the most since you started? What surprised you the most?
What surprised me the most is for them to be inmates and the crimes that they have committed, the privileges that they get. It's like, you get to do what?
Yes.
You get to have what?
Yes.
So yes, I would say it's some of the privileges. And then it gets me to understand for the ones that don't have anything, why they keep going back to jail.
Absolutely.
Or why they're so content with being in jail, because it's an environment where that's their way of getting love.
Yeah.
That's their comfort zone of getting them 3 meals a day and having that bed, having someone attend to them, like as if it's housekeeping or, stuff like that. So I can see for someone who doesn't have any loved ones and don't have anything forward to look to, why, jail is the thing for them.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That is a great way to put it. Because, 3 hots in a cot, like they say.
You always get a mail. You get told, hey, can I get toilet paper? Do you have an ink pen? Like it's like they have no responsibility.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You wake up when you want. You go to sleep when you want. You have a TV, Tablets, yeah.
Yeah.
You can still communicate with, see what's going on in the outside world. So, yeah.
Yeah. And there's one thing that was funny was when we first, went to a 1-on-1 ratio, some of the inmates would write our IT department and say, "Oh, you're taking away my rights because you're not giving me Instagram and Facebook."
You're in. You know where you at? but that's where it's like y'all get a lot of rights and privileges. Like,
yes,
after you just did a high speed chase, murdered someone, but these are the privileges that they still get, and I don't think that that's the right thing, because at the end of the day, it lets them know to a certain extent of, okay, I did this, but I still can reach out to any and everybody, and they shouldn't be able to.
Thank you for sharing that. So, how did your first week compare to your last week? How did that compare?
So my first week there, of course, I was nervous. Didn't know what I was walking into. It was okay. Being that I used to, in my past, go to the clubs, partying. So it was almost like I seen a lot of familiar faces in jail, which I was shocked by. And I'm like, why are you here? People I went to school with. Yes. It's like, and it lets you, it let me know a lot about people also, like people I went to school with, neighborhoods. And it was like, oh, wow. But it was definitely a difference from when I started and when I ended. Why? Because of the academy. And then not only that, when I started, it was based off of what people told me, how people trained me, stuff like that. Yes. So when I did go to the academy, it was like, oh, so I was doing that wrong, so it definitely was a big difference from when I started and from when I ended. Okay.
But did you enjoy your...
I did. I enjoyed my experience while I was there.
Yes.
I learned a lot while I was there. So yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you. Have you had a moment that made you question yourself?
I did. I had an inmate who went off on me, and I had to think to myself, you have to think before you respond to things. And I had to think that day, is this really for me? Because the fact that I was in healthcare for so long, caring and having passion for someone, to being in an atmosphere where people can take you out your character, it's a big difference.
Yes, absolutely.
So I definitely had to do a lot of thinking, was this for me? Is this job for me? And I would say that's one of the biggest reasons why I love corrections, because I have grown into the person I am with so much positivity to go into an environment where people could take you out your character any day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, it's like some of them, they want to see that so that they can say, look at how unprofessional she is. And it's like, wow, really? You call me unprofessional, but I've never, ever given anyone an issue.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. All right. So what helped you push through your days when you worked at the jail?
Ooh, what helped me push through my days? Bills. No, but it wasn't a tough job.
Right.
I think it was actually an easy job.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes management can make it a challenge more, but the inmates, they weren't as bad. As long as you were consistent with them and fair to them.
Absolutely.
It really was no problem. Now you might have one or two defiant ones that, just there's no control in.
Right.
But you have to be consistent, and where that kind of breaks up is when you get told something from management and then you have to relate it to the inmates. And it's like, well, why do you say that? And it's like, well, it's not me. It's from the above. So then that's when, some of the animosity comes in. But other than that, I wouldn't say it's a hard job at all. It's about just going in there, standing on 10 toes, mean what you say.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can always start off with a no.
Yes.
You can always. And that's
a no. I'll get back with you.
Exactly.
I will find out for you.
Yes.
But, there's never a yes off that.
Exactly.
Because they hold you to that. And if you cannot stand on that yes, you're definitely going to have some issues.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So what has been the biggest difference between your expectations and reality when you worked at the jail?
Ooh. My expectations was that's a tricky one. So I would say my expectations was to no. My expectations was to, always be there for my teammates.
Yes.
But in reality, when you're on a pod with 70 people and one of your teammates needs you, reality sinks in that you're not going to always be there for them, or they might not always be there for you.
Absolutely.
Because when these codes break out and you have 70 to 100 people on a pod and you have defiant ones, you're telling them to lock down and you don't know what's going on the other pod with your other teammate.
Right.
It could be a scary moment in life of what's going on. Are they okay? Stuff like that. So, it's almost like you have to live in a moment of what's going on. So your expectations of how your day's going to go or what's going on is not always the case.
Absolutely.
Reality will sink in to what is what at that moment.
And you know what used to burn me up a lot? When newer officers come in, especially females, our female officers, like, we need to stick together because there's no way that you can go use the bathroom in a male pod.
Oh my goodness.
So when I used to hear, someone call and say, hey, I need a personal, could somebody, and nobody would answer.
Yes.
But see, when I was in the classroom, I would always tell them, if you need something, call me. You have my extension. Call me. If I'm not busy, I will come and relieve you.
Yes.
But
I was so grateful for you for that. I was. But also you have to so what I would do is when people used to come to my pod, I'd be like, I got to the point, it's like, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you as I'm walking, hey, while you're here,
right?
I got to go to the bathroom right quick. Because when, like you said, when you're working on these pods, a man, he in a way, I feel like men shouldn't, the men guard shouldn't be able to allow to use the bathroom on the pods.
Right.
But that's my personal opinion. But it's definitely a challenge for us women. Even on the women's pod, we still can't use the bathroom.
Absolutely. Exactly.
So I feel like the men shouldn't be able to use the bathroom on the men pods neither. Because anything could happen to them and their safety while they're in there using the bathroom.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, everything can always go both ways, whether it's for men or women. But for women being a correction, there's always going to be a challenge for us.
Just like masturbation, right?
Yes.
They're always masturbating. Those males are always masturbating.
Correct.
But then they're saying, Priya.
Yes.
But we have to work both units.
Correct. And it was a big difference for me because me being in healthcare, I seen it a lot. So the fact that when I came to corrections, if they did it, it was a charge.
Yes.
But in healthcare, working in nursing home hospitals, you see that.
Yes.
It's not a charge.
Right.
So it was a big difference for the environments that I have been in and came to. Like, it was a normal thing for me to see. And I hate to say it was normal for me to see, but the fact that 16 years, you see a lot, when you go in a hospital, they do body assessments, they have to look at you from head to toe. Vice versa in the jail, it's like, oh, cover that up.
Exactly.
So it was like, I'm moving on. I'm starting my count. I'm not paying him no mind.
Exactly.
To where somebody was like, did you see that? And I'm like, see what? Like, no, I wasn't paying them no mind.
Exactly.
It didn't bother me,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, we have to work both, but men don't.
Correct.
So that's, where we have that that big issue too. And that's where reality sinked in for me too. Like, oh, wait. So you're...
But at the end of the day, I can say that the men respected me.
Of course.
They definitely, because a man guard can come in, he can tell them something, and they'll give them all types of lip.
Exactly.
All types of drama they'll give them. But if I told them, it was like, okay. She said I had to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, because they know, even though I stayed firm and consistent, they knew not to cross that line.
Absolutely.
Some of them, they give you the respect because at the end of the day, they have mothers, they have sisters, they have daughters.
Yes.
So they knew not to cross certain lines.
Absolutely. Yes. I love it. Thank you. So how do you handle the pressure and responsibility? Or how did you handle the pressure and the responsibility of the job?
Staying calm is one of the most things you can do as far as handling the pressure and the responsibilities. You just have to know those policies.
Yes.
You have got to read your policies because things can turn in the direction you do not want if you do not know your policies.
Absolutely.
You have to read them in your downtime.
Yes.
You have to know what the updated ones are. Because if you don't know them, the inmates know them.
They definitely,
They know them.
Yes.
By the book. They have nothing but time on their hands.
Absolutely.
They know their policy. They know their rights.
Yes.
Far as the pressure, you just have to go in and do it. Stay calm. Stay calm and consistent. I mean, I've had a gentleman who told me he was gonna, excuse my language, he told me he was gonna beat my ass one day. He picked up a trash can and he's about to throw it at me. But at the end of the day, I had to stay calm.
Yeah.
I had to call for my code.
Yes.
But I still had to remain calm and let him know I'm not afraid of you.
Exactly.
But that I'm not afraid of you turned him totally blind because he backed down. He backed down because he knew I was going to stand 10 toes.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to.
Absolutely.
Because the first time they see fear in you, they know they got you.
They're going to continue to.
They're going to continue.
Yes.
They're going to continue. But also being a female, you threatening me with a whole bunch of other guys on this pod who are going to defend me as well. Because they respect me. But that's why you always have to be fair and consistent. Because as long as you do that, they have your back sometimes.
Oh, yes. Yes. My FTO at one point in time, he told me, he said, your inmates are going to be your best teachers. Yes. Some of them are going to, they're going to have your back. Like you said, you have to stay firm, fair, and consistent. And throughout the times that I was there and I started and I learned a lot. I did. I learned a lot. So thank you. So what advice would you give someone or a brand new female starting that's never done this before? What advice would you give her?
I would say when you go in, never take everything personal that they say to you because they will try to break you.
Yes.
I mean, I've been called everything that you can imagine. I've been called Baby D. I've been called the ugly girl. I mean, I've been called everything. They're gonna talk about your body.
Yes.
They're gonna talk about anything that they can point and look at you, they will talk about.
Yes.
They will try to break you.
Absolutely.
You have got to go in there strong-minded.
Yes.
You have got to.
Yes, absolutely.
And also, you can't look at their charges and judge them for why they're there.
Right.
Because if you do, it's definitely going to show.
Yes.
With your being fair and consistent with what pod you're on or who you're dealing with. But you definitely have to go in strong-minded. Yeah. I would say it's a good experience.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's a great experience.
Definitely. Yes, I definitely
I would not take that away for what I have learned there.
Yeah.
I have learned so much as far as working at the jail, working at the academy. The academy was wonderful.
Yes.
I definitely learned a lot there. Not even just from the jail perspective, but just living day-to-day basis, being out here in the community, being in the grocery stores or, being at events. It's all about, as they say, watching your six.
Yes.
You have to be mindful of your surroundings.
Absolutely.
At all times.
Yes. Be very vigilant. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. I love it. So, what did this profession teach you about yourself?
Ooh, it taught me it taught me that I can control my attitude better than I thought, especially with growing up. I would say I was a good child, but I had my little rough patch. I went to Scare Straight.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I did.
Wait, tell me more.
I've done Scare Straight before growing up, which they took that out the system. They don't even do it anymore, which I feel like in a way they should.
Yes.
But it's definitely different because doing Scare Straight, of course, you get to talk to the inmates that are about to get out of jail or the ones that are the trustees. So, you don't get to see the actual bad things,
Okay.
So being that I did it back in the day when I was younger and the fact that I worked in the jail, totally different. Okay. But it was it was different, but I like I said, it's something I would say for a new female coming in. Get that experience.
Yes.
Get that experience.
Yes. Even if you don't stay.
Yeah.
Get the experience.
Get the experience. Yes. It's not gonna hurt to have the background, to have the education.
Exactly.
It definitely.
Exactly. Actually, IPC, when I first started it taught me interpersonal communication.
Yes.
You can use that
a lot of places.
Exactly. Not just in a jail environment.
Correct.
Everywhere.
Like I said, whether you're in the public, whether you're at your next job, it tells you how to handle situations that another peer or coworker never had to deal with. Mental health is very big in this area.
Yes, it is.
And a lot of people don't know how to handle that.
Right.
So that really comes in handy.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
I had a great time. And you taught me something new too, because I thought Scare Straight. Like when I used to watch it, I thought like they really put you in with
so it was like growing up, and I had to do it because I was in anger management class. And they put you in this room and they had the trustees come in and they talk to you and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, the Scare Straight that you've seen on TV. Yes. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Some states and some counties might do it like that.
Okay.
But the particular jail I had went to, it was not like that at all. But I feel like a lot of children nowadays, I feel like Scare Straight will be good for them because it lets them get the insight of what jail really is.
Yes.
You think you have it bad out here at home. When in jail, you don't get to pick what you eat.
Exactly.
You don't get to pick when you're going to come out, when you're going to go outside.
Yes.
You don't get to pick that.
Right.
For some people, it might be luxury, but in reality, your freedom is everything.
Exactly. And you just can't get up and go play your PlayStation.
Correct.
Or, stuff like that.
Or use the microwave.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yes. So it's women like you that I appreciate taking your time, coming to be here with me on Beyond the Badge. Yes, ma'am. And, just thank you for your insights and for sharing this to women who's thought like, okay, I don't think I could do it.
I didn't think I could do it. I didn't.
Right.
At first. But, after I got in, I was like, okay. Now you might get a little PTSD from hearing all the doors closing and like, oh Jesus. But it's not as bad. Like I said, just get the learning experience.
Yes, absolutely.
And I promise you, once you get that learning experience, it makes you think twice when you're on the outside. Yes. When people get nasty with you, like, I'm not going to jail. Like, I'm calling the police.
or that's not even worth. It's not even worth my energy.
It's not worth it.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
I'm like, I like steak and potatoes. They don't sell that in jail. They don't sell seafood. So it definitely makes you think twice about life when when things happen. Like, I'm gonna call the police.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
So thank you.
No problem.
And to all of you Beyond the Badge fans, thank you again for tuning in. And until next time, we'll see you on Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. Ciao.